All right, y'all, welcome to the Options Millionaire Bookmap stream. This is, I'm Andrew, of course, with the Options Millionaire server. It is currently 9:33 Eastern Time, or Central Time, and 10:33 Eastern Time. We have a big amount of Bookmap liquidity that just filled right there at 29,260. Very large order, about 800 lots on Bookmap, as the buyers continue to draw this thing higher and higher and higher. Phenomenally bullish session. We've had plenty of 3C opportunities here, 3C long opportunity, multiple 3C long opportunities this morning. We had a 3C short opportunity there at 9 o'clock. And we're just going, baby. We're just going. Gold, a little bit top tick. ES flew all the way up and then, of course, rolled back over. And they just came on down almost to their morning low, 75.25, before a little bounce. But the ES has taken a bit more of a breather than the NASDAQ. We have another lot coming in at 29,300 for 800 orders on Bookmap for NASDAQ. ES has almost 1,100 lots sitting at 75.44. So we see we still have that upward pull as we're going into the earnings. But right now we're just having a nice profit-taking pullback from the pump this morning. Another top wick on ES right here. Looking at Bookmap here on the stream, you see that right here, 1,052 lots sitting at 74 or 74.54, 74.44, which is 10 points higher. NASDAQ has their own respective as well, sitting at 29.3. So definitely some upward pull there. Nothing but red on the 5-minute charts since the 10 o'clock candle. We've now had 7 red candles in a row for NASDAQ. Now, it's not leading to aggressively selling price action, just a little bit of drift down, but it's still 7 red candles in a row. XHB is getting wrecked as the home builders ETF. NASDAQ is still holding the highs. SanDisk and MU are leading the way for tech as they're pumping. Many tech names are getting destroyed. Most tech names, in fact, are getting destroyed. Just a couple of them are big enough and they're green enough to kind of be holding everything up on its back. That's why we have this diverged price action here. And that's been, if I had to summarize, this week's charts between S&P and NASDAQ in one word, it would be divergence. It seems like every single day we're opening up with either ES green and NASDAQ red or the other way around. What's up, YouTube? How's it going? Welcome back. Had a fantastic stream this morning, and we're kicking things off, or continuing things here with our Bookmap stream right here. We're seeing what's going to happen with this liquidity right there. 29,300, which is 70 points higher here on NASDAQ. ES is 75.35. We have Bookmap still Let me hit refresh for you. Spot Gem is showing aggressive call selling and a little bit of put buying. Not much, but aggressive call selling. They have sold off 2.2 billion in calls. So a very aggressive call selling session, which is why you're seeing the S&P just trickle down. Well, it's not why you're seeing the S&P trickle down, but it's definitely correlating with the S&P trickling down. So, yeah, crazy bearish on the 0DT options. Crazy bearish. No good. Yeah, buddy. The order books are up. The option chain points down. ES is going down. NASDAQ is holding highs. We have just back and forth, a little bit of cross currents across all of the ETFs, all of the indexes. And of course, it's midweek. It's Wednesday. Midweek. Typically, we get choppier price action in this time frame. Keep bouncing off the 50. It yeah. NASDAQ continues to use the 50 as support here. Continues to use the 50 as support. Options are continually breaking down. We have call selling, call selling, call selling. Now, they're not buying a lot of puts, so I would call it passively bearish on the options. But it's there. Which one's going to win? Is Bookmap going to pull the liquidity up, or is the options going to pull things down? But which time frame do you find entries on? I use a cross analysis across multiple time frames. 1 minute volume up to the 5 and 15 minute price action for scalps, and then beyond that, 30 minute, 60 minute, and then 4 hour for swing trades. Daily chart for swing trades. I feel like they're using options for the intraday moves. Yeah, could be. Good question, K2. Hey, appreciate all your interaction, K2. It's good stuff. I like the questions. Keep them coming. Wednesday midday. This was where we typically get choppy. This is where things get pretty tight. The 5 minute chart is showing nothing but wicks here on the NASDAQ. 15 minute sweeping top wicks across the board. ES is showing the same thing. Let's go over to SPY and see how it looks. I'm sure it's the same. S&P is coming off a couple of top wicks here. They have broken back red. After being green, they broke back red. Heading down to low of the day. NASDAQ is doing the same. Doing the same. Oh, man. There we go. 175 NASDAQ coming down. Finally broke low after all these top wicks. The options are breaking down. We have almost $1 billion in calls sold and 300 million in puts purchased. So they're still piling into the bearish flow. Right here. Of course, I'm new to futures, trying to get the best understanding of future scalping coming from, oh yeah, 100%. I'll keep them coming. Questions are good. No such thing as a dumb question. RTY is 2977 CL. daily chart is showing 28,272, that major support, and then coming up. And if we claim over the 360 and hold it, then it's going to be very difficult to hold this baby down to 30,000 or plus. We start going into all these major pivots here to reclaim the highs before the seasonality bearishness that comes into typically September, October. It'll be interesting to watch if that actually comes into play. Can't figure out who the dumb people are. No such thing. No such thing. Things have gotten pretty slow. Pretty slow. ES is still sliding lower. They've got a few points until they hit their low of the day, all the way down. NASDAQ is doing the same. AMD is to make a $5 billion equity investment in Anthropic. Man, I wish I could buy Anthropic right now. It's fantastic. Day 4 of no trading due to self-inflicted overtrading punishment, forcing myself to sit on my hands and just observe. Knowing I'm not trading, I don't FOMO. I see, but see, that's amazing, isn't it? Amazing what you can do when you're not thinking with emotion. Well done. I like it, side gig. Good stuff. What have you done now with Claude? I feel like we need it. I've done so many things. I have so many sessions with Claude. It's ridiculous. Everything from an egg production app to stuff with, obviously, you're seeing the changes for the YouTube and social media stuff. I mean, everything. Personal finance apps, fitness apps for the kids, logging stuff, Excel integrations. I mean, everything. Everything. Now I'm starting to create hardware, like my own touchscreen Steam Deck, integrations to connect into the kitchen for, recipes. I mean, everything. It's crazy. I mean, I've been deep diving into Claude. It's ridiculous. It's life changing. It's life changing. I was not a believer in AI until I discovered this. AGIX owns Anthropic, holds Anthropic. Okay, so it's a passive. Okay. I like passive. That's how I was able to invest in SpaceX now for the past year. Is through passive investments with my finance guy. So you can get into private investments of the firms that hold. They're the ones who have the equity stake and actually private shares of SpaceX before they go IPO. And you invest in them, not SpaceX. And when their stock goes up, you make money as well. So it's a passive investment. Now that they're public, you can just buy SpaceX, though. That's right, Magabagouli. That's right. Do I have a subscription with Claude? I do. Yep. I've got the max subscription. I'm wary of vol selling doesn't persist from yesterday, though. Previous days, SPX for the next day. Nice. Would we consider the 1045 bottom wick with volume as an entry? 1045 bottom wick. It's very mediocre volume. That's not a high volume move. Now again, we are in a bit of a choppy session since the overall blast off this morning, and right now we're not really going anywhere. We're just kind of holding flat. So. I'm back in a spot where I can't hit a single winning trade. I'm taking the rest of the day off. I feel you. That's a great thing to do, though. Take a break when you can't hit a winning trade. All right, NASDAQ is 29.2. This is the midday lull. Wednesday. It's the hump day chop session. Hump day chop session. NVIDIA massive bottom wick, it's trying to go. AVGO with another top wick. Meta's there. Microsoft is coming down again, getting plowed. I mean, Microsoft is getting destroyed. Tesla got destroyed, and they're hanging out at the lows. I mean, so much tech is getting destroyed. It's actually quite phenomenal that it's maintaining these highs because there are so many names that are just getting wrecked. The names that matter are the ones that are green. That's why. SanDisk, MU, NVIDIA, all up. ES came down. XLF, which is a financial sector. Something to pay attention to as we get into the late half of 2026. Year's already over, halfway done. So we'll be coming into Q3 and Q4 pretty soon. And that's when we'll really start to pay attention to financials, the rates, the yields, the rate hikes or cuts, whichever. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. I haven't looked at the next FOMC yet. What do you think? Let's go take a look at what the probability is. July 29th, next week, is showing. Holy smokes. We have a 33% chance of a hike next week. Look at this right here. Let me show you this on the screen. Look at that. Literally a year ago, we were all but certain to have rate cuts. And not only rate cuts, but consistent rate cuts throughout the entire year of 2026. And here we are halfway through. And now they're pricing in a 33.7% chance of a 25 basis point hike in July of 2026 FOMC meeting, which is next week, mind you. 66% chance of a pause. Now, yes, most likely if I was a betting man, which I am, I'm a trader, whatever, that I would say it's going to pause. Pause right here at 66.3% chance. If you want to know this, the current target rate right here you see is 350 to 375 basis points. So 350 to 375 basis points would be a pause. It's unchanged. 375 to 400 is additional 25 basis points hike. So 66% chance of a pause. Now, 100% of the time, not 99%, 100% of the time, the past 6 years, in the post-coronavirus era at least, every single time that we have a majority probability, the majority probability occurs. So do not bet against the Fed Watch tool, the CME Fed Watch tool, because it will not be wrong. But 33% is some of the highest odds we've seen in the past 6 years. Usually it's one way or the other. This close to the FOMC meeting, a week away, usually it's 99, 98%. So maybe they'll throw us a curveball and do an emergency hike or something like that. That'd be crazy. I'm not sure how the market's going to react to this. I have no idea how the market will react to a hike, a re-hike. We just went through a prolonged hike session. Now we're going through we went through a very short cut session, and now we're going through a prolonged pausing session. So I'm very curious how the market's going to react to a hike. Anyway, can you link the watch list? Yes, I can. I'll get that for you. Copy link, and I'll put it right here for you. There's my watch list. In September's meeting, they are pricing in 54% chance of a hike. In October's meeting, they're pricing in, get this, in October 2026, which is obviously 3 months away, they're pricing in a 6% chance of a 100% or 100 point basis point hike. There's a 6% chance they hike 100 basis points in October. That would be gnarly. Man, there is zero probability of a cut for the next year. It's all aggressive hikes for the next year. But then again, this time last year, this was showing massive cuts a year out. So it shows you how quickly things can change. That means nothing. That means nothing. All right, top wicks here at 29,225. Still kind of on this little micro slow choppy downtrend on NASDAQ. Think about how many people took variable interest rates loans and expect them to go down. Yep. You're absolutely right. Repos and foreclosures are going to go ballistic. Because when you take a variable rate loan, your initial rate is only for anywhere between 3 to 5 years, depending on the loan, sometimes 2 years, depending on the loan and the amortization. So after your initial rate adjusts, and it adjusts to whatever the market is, and if it continues to go up, then people are going to get destroyed. People are already pressed on mortgage rates, mortgage loans, whichever. And if those interest rates adjust and they keep going up 8%, maybe even, God forbid, mortgage rates go to 9%, you're going to see massive foreclosures, massive widespread foreclosures. Because of that exact thing. We got addicted to the 4.25% interest rates, the 1.8% interest rates we got in 2020. We got addicted to that. And now interest rates under 4% interest rates back, so they're betting on it by taking out variable interest rates loans, hoping they'll go down. And if those interest rates adjust upwards, it's going to be catastrophic. We don't learn. People don't learn. By the way, if you are listening to me, for the love of Jesus, do not take out a variable interest rate loan. It's the worst possible thing you could do. You can always refinance yourself out of a bad rate with a fixed mortgage, but it's very difficult to get yourself out of a position with a variable fixed rate or variable rate. Don't do it. That is financial advice. I know a friend who saw a mortgage rate of 8.5%. I saw his bill in monthly interest on a $450,000 house. It made me sick. Yeah, it's awful. People don't love their houses. They love their low interest rate mortgages. Yeah, you're 100% right about that. Don't even do a mortgage? Well, obviously that would be optimum, but you know, people need to own houses. That's why I won't be recommending variable rate mortgages to people, even though there are caps on them. It's not worth it. Yep, don't do it. What's up, Steven? How you doing? Good morning. Big old green move, NASDAQ heading up. Isn't there a stat like almost 80% of mortgages are locked under 4%? Most people sitting pretty that's have this locking effect. I mean, I don't know. I know it's probably pretty high. I don't know if that's 80% or not, but you know, but even the people that have locked in 80% mortgages, what do they do when all their equity skyrocketed in 2020, 2021, 2022? What they do? Even the people that have locked in low interest rates, they took out HELOCs on their equity to buy boats, to buy TVs, to go on vacation, to get nose jobs, to get plastic surgery. And those HELOCs are adjustable rate mortgages. So even if their principal home is under a fixed rate mortgage, their HELOCs are under adjustable rates. And that hurts. And that hurts. And you have the other side of things, the people who are locked into a low interest rate mortgage and no other financial problems, they're never going to sell. Would you sell a 2% mortgage to go get yourself an 8% mortgage? No. Never understood a HELOC over a credit card. Yeah. Well, interest rates, you know, credit cards are 28, 29%. HELOCs are, you know, whatever the going market rate is. And you usually get a lot more money with a HELOC. And you could tie the HELOC, you can refinance the HELOC into your mortgage and just get yourself a mortgage rate, which what most people do is they consolidate the mortgage and pay that. But that's why you can't get a HELOC for more than 80% of your home's equity. That's for that reason. I come from options trading. Would love to try a prop firm futures trade. There's so many firms. Can you recommend one? Yes, I recommend Take Profit Trader. I am an affiliate of Take Profit Trader because they are the best in the business by far. And I'll tell you why. So Take Profit Trader is the only prop firm that offers daily payouts that are no hassle. So they don't haggle you and they don't require all this proof and video footage and all this crap. It's instant now. They've updated to instant payouts. So you hit the withdraw button and it's instantly in your account. Instant payouts. Lowest cost. So with the code OMTPT, which is my blue affiliate code there at the top of the screen, you get 40% off your evaluation. Plus, when you pass the evaluation, you get a free account, free funded account, no activation fee. So it's the lowest cost in the business. So it's the best, man. It's fantastic. It's the closest thing to a brokerage account that a prop firm can get. Highly recommend. And no payout caps. Daily payouts with no payout cap. So if you make 10 grand, you can pull out 10 grand. There's no payout cap. It's fantastic. Can you send me a DM? I have multiple messages from similar but different account names. Yeah, we've got some spammers. I delete them every morning, but if you accept their friend request, there's nothing I can do to stop them from DMing you. So I'll do a test code here. No, I can't. Let's see. There you go. I shot you a DM. Oh, now you have to accept my friend request. Make sure it's the right one, though. The average credit card interest rate in Brazil is 400%. How is that even possible? Thanks, Dream Team. Appreciate you, buddy. Yeah, let me know if you need any help. I'll help you as much as I can and give you my strategy on prop firm. Oh, I 100% J-Dog. 100% agree. All right, so NASDAQ just bounced all the way back up off the 50%. You see this? The 50 Fibonacci has been on highlight today. Look at that. This is twice now. Right here. I'll be making a video about this and how it ties into VPA. One bounce, and then, of course, there on the 50 Fibonacci. Wait, really? So if I pass 100K eval and profit 10%, I can withdraw that 10%? Yes. So daily unrestricted payouts on Take Profit Trader. Now you do have to hit the buffer. I'll say that. You do have to hit the buffer. But once you hit the buffer, it's daily unrestricted payouts. You could pay out, you could take out as much as you want. There's no payout cap. That is why Take Profit Trader is the best. There's a reason why I only affiliate with 2 companies out of, there's a billion prop firms out there, and I affiliate with 2 of them because I think they're the best. I will never affiliate with Apex because Apex is garbage. Garbage. At least I could take all the rotten garbage and put it in my compost, and it'll compost down to the dirt. Apex, you can't do nothing with it. It's garbage. Do you mean garbage? Yeah. I affiliate with Take Profit Trader and Tradeify. I think TPT, Take Profit Trader, is better than Tradeify, but Tradeify is still pretty awesome. $50 Fibonacci is exactly matched by the VWAP. Yes, so the VWAP is kind of like one of those self-fulfilling prophecies. It's always like smack dab in the middle of mean reversion. And it's got its value because the whole concept between VWAP, 50 Fibonacci, all these stuff, the whole concept is an algorithmic mean reversion. The markets love because it's based on math and patterns and human emotion. It's all about mean reversion. Massive green move, mean revert to the mean, go back up again, mean revert, that kind of thing. And that's why the Fibonacci is so useful, because it highlights that exact pattern. That's all the market is a bunch of patterns. My brother-in-law says he had an $11,000 day on TPT and all the profits were wiped for the day. Something about making over 10K. No, that's inaccurate. Yeah. So Take Profit Trader does have on their funded accounts. So they've got their funded and you've got your live account. On your funded account, once you hit $10,000 in a single day, they lock the account only for the day. So they don't let you make over $10,000 in a single day. But the next day you can keep on trading, no big deal. But you can pull that money out. Like that's still your money. They just, yeah. Now when you're on a live account, there is no, like you can make 100 grand, 200 grand in a single day. There is no $10,000 cap. However, not that many people are going to be worrying about that issue. You know, it's no big deal. I've hit it a couple of times. No big deal. 10 grand is still 10 grand. So yeah. All right, still going. NASDAQ is blasting. That's when you copy trade 5 accounts and make 50K. Abso-freaking-lutely. You can copy trade 5 accounts and get 5 times 10K or whatever else you make. Unrestricted payout caps. It's fantastic. Code OMTPT. Go do it right now. 40% off for life. 29,295. That's a new high of the day for NASDAQ. Now, on a day like today, that's bull trend. This is a bullish pattern. I mean, obviously, but I'm going to explain to you why I said that. Very green move off of a 3C long from 9:55 or 8:55 Eastern. We come up, we have a top wick, we hold the 50%, which is bullish in and of itself, and now we put in a high. So when the market takes out the high of the range and holds it, that indicates a bullish afternoon. Conversely, if you're looking for a red day, when the markets sell and they close below the morning low, you could theoretically look for a red afternoon. These morning highs and lows on the first hour are very powerful for algorithmic trend. And if it holds this high, we can expect 364 by the afternoon. Do you have a video or any resources on what position size and what instrument to use with these accounts? I don't have a video on that. I need to do one about that. Like my prop firm strategy. I have a what are prop firms video, but that's just what are prop firms. I need to do a strategy video. It's good stuff. Maybe I can have Claude help me do that. RTY got wrecked. Small caps are getting wrecked as rotation moves out of the small names and into the tech names that matter. Most of tech is actually red, mind you. However, the big names are green, and that's holding up the NASDAQ. Options are back to bullish. They have dumped all the puts and sold those off, and now they're pumping into calls again. On back up, baby. This move feels so disingenuous with how much red is in the market. Even chips aren't hitting new highs when the Qs are. Well, yeah. I mean, you're correct, but you got to look at what's causing it. And right now, the big names are the ones moving, and that's really all that matters. These names are so freaking huge, and they're such a large part of the NASDAQ and the indexes that when they pump, the indexes pump too. It's flying. We have massive liquidity at 350. Let me show this to you. They keep on shifting that liquidity higher. It's like fishing for liquidity. Right here. All up right there, 29,350. That is a 400 lot order. Now, it's not the 800 that was on there this morning, but it's on up there. And they're chasing it up. Chasing it up. Take Profit Traders social media is starting to step up their game. I love it. They just posted this on their X. It's hilarious. NASDAQ still flying, baby. 29,304 all the way up. They're going to 364. They've taken out the morning range high, which is your sign for bullish moves. On up. Still flying. Options are pumping. Straight up options call buying, put selling all the way up. ES target. ES target first, we need to take out the high of the day, which is 75.56. And if they close that, then I mean, you've got this trend line, of course, that we've been tracking up to 75.76 or so. But I mean, it's up and away. Very bullish. Very bullish. Straight flying, baby. Straight flying. We are coming up on the London close, which will bring the stream to an end. If you have any questions, hit me up with them now, and we'll work through them before the stream ends. Next week should be spicy. We have the last full week of July. We have FOMC, among other things. So it should be fun. Hopefully we break out of this range at some point. We've been now in this range for over 2 months, sitting in this upward range of the highs. Why did he just do that? It's weird. My phone just came at me. Core PCE next week. Singularity got my phone. I think it did get my phone. It's crazy. If I open an account with your affiliate code, can I still get in for the contest? I did close the evaluation entries. I think it was July 13th was the last day to enter. And I do that so I can give the winner a shot of winning. Because if I keep letting people come in, then it'll just extend the day by more and more and more the end time. So, but we'll be doing another one once I confirm a winner, or if everyone drops out, then we'll do another contest, and we'll keep on doing it, baby. We'll continue to do it. $29,350 on NASDAQ is the topside liquidity. Oh, yeah, I do need to do that. Yeah, I need to do draw a winner for. I need to have Claude build me a bot where I could just pick a winner. I'm on it, Trippy Mike. I'm on it. NASDAQ still going 29,310. That is a massive bounce off the 50 Fibonacci. How often do you think you'll do the 150 giveaway? I'm intrigued. What do you mean? What do you mean? You're talking about the account giveaway on TPT? I do those all the time. Every couple of days, we'll do account giveaways. And then, of course, right now I've got the Take Profit Trader cash giveaway, which is a contest. So $1,200. I have a contest where if you get funded, you pass a Take Profit Trader account, you get funded, and you trade on that funded account for 30 days, I will give you $1,200 cash. The account giveaway, you just got to be a member of the Discord. I give them away for Discord. It's another perk of being a Discord member is you get entered into these competitions. NASDAQ still going. The S&P still going, 75.50. $29,350 is the liquidity up highs. Options are back and forth. NASDAQ is just rocking and rolling, baby. 350 would put us right into yesterday's highs. Right into it. All right, we have 12 minutes to London close. Options are once again back and forth. Not a great day to short at all, only longs. Would really love some continuation. You'll probably get it up to 75.56 on ES. NASDAQ, they've got that liquidity at 350, which would put us right into yesterday's highs. So, I mean, as long as you're holding over the opening range high, which is 28,283, that tells you this is a trend up day. So we are now in a technical trend up day. At which point 350, 360 would probably be the likely target here. Remember what happens this afternoon, too, is earnings. Massive green still. Here comes 350. 350 up to 360, 370 right here. So we're almost to that liquidity. We got 30 more points until we hit that 350 liquidity on Bookmap. Yeah, so the TPT giveaways, I'll alert everybody. So you'll get an alert for it until I come up with a better system. Did you say that if we hold above the morning range, expect continuation? Once you place the morning high and it closes at 9:30 Central, 10:30 Eastern time, that concludes the hourly range. And if you break above it and hold, that's when you get the probability of a trend up into the afternoon. Now, it doesn't give you a target for that. It doesn't tell you how far, but it does tell you that it indicates how strong the bulls are on this session. And now you just look for a trend up afternoon. We have liquidity on the book at 350 on NASDAQ, which is now 50 points higher after this rejection, and that's going to be the afternoon target. And then your baseline for support going forward is going to be the morning high, 283 on NASDAQ, 29,283. So any pullback, you cannot short into that opening range high because you'll get bounced. You've got to wait to get under that. My favorite trade to use on trend up days, on the opening range, is when we spend the entire afternoon trending up, like into power hour, and then it sells off into the late afternoon, and then you long the crap out of the morning for a bounce. This is where you get the gamma explosions. Like the power hour quick 100-point moves where you get gamma explosions on options. One of my favorite positions is to buy the opening range on a bullish day into the afternoon. And you just long it, and you get like 1,000% on options in power hour. It's great. Take a look at RTY. Yeah, RTY has been getting smoked today. But they're starting to bounce. Retest off of the 29.77. You're welcome, Andy. You're welcome. Did I do the TPT draw? Not yet. I'm seeing if Claude will pick me a name out. Yeah, RTY is bouncing, which is going to push the S&P too. NASDAQ is going 755. NASDAQ is coming up to 350 is going to be the first target. 350 right here on NASDAQ. Still going. We are coming into London close, 6 minutes. Can you explain where you place your fib? Yes. So I place it on any kind of range. The opening range, whatever the move is. So like for this move, I've already set the opening range on the fib twice now. And I set it based on pullbacks. So I set it the first time we pulled back, which was here. I set it the second time, which was here. And then when this one starts to top tick, I'll set it on that one too. So this one's based on that high, which we got that pullback. This high, which we got these pullbacks. And then whenever this one top ticks, we'll set it again and we'll play that pullback. What's the current hero showing? Current hero is showing aggressive call buying, put selling, and I'll show it to you here on the screen. Boom. That's what you see. The green line's going up, the blue line's going up. Call buying, put selling. Very bullish. On the Bookmap, they had a whole crap ton of liquidity at 350. They have since removed it, which is that's what they've been doing all day. So we've had 1,000 lots, 1,100 lots, 800, 500, all upwards, and every time we get close to it, they just yank it. Yank the liquidity. Spoofing it. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, I pulled a winner, but I think this person has won already, so we're going to have to move on to someone else if that's the case. Yep, this person's won already, so we're going to go somewhere else. We're going to get another person. Still going on NASDAQ. We just tapped 340 with no volume spike. So if I see no volume, I expect no reaction. Still going. Still going. Liquidity is back on. All right, new members pick. Let me post him right here. Congratulations to Don Quixote. Congratulations, Don Quixote, for winning today's TPT 50K account. Shoot me a DM to claim your account. All right, NASDAQ is still grinding up. ES is still grinding up. Nothing's changed. Up, up, and away. No shorting until you get a huge 3C. And even then, you need to consider not shorting. This market is incredibly bullish today. Just got on at work. Nothing really exciting. Yeah, if you don't like 500-point moves, I guess it's not exciting. Great stuff. The whole system's rigged. One of these days, Trippy Mike, you'll win. One of these days. May the odds be ever in your favor. Magabaguli, first I lose the Masters ticket drawing, and now I move the TPT drawing. Yeah, I did too. I got my email, 3 days ago, saying that I did not win the Masters tickets for this year. So, no Masters for us, unfortunately. All right, that is 10:30 Central, 11:30 Eastern Time. So that's going to culminate our stream today. If you have any questions, please throw me a DM in the Options Millionaire server. Links down in the description of the video, or you can shoot me an email at optionsmillionaire2020@gmail.com. You can also join the website, www.theoptionsmillionaire.com. Until next time, y'all have a blessed day. I'm out.